We're doing some spa prep. This season on Project Get Good, we're going to try something a little different. We're going to try kind of leading off with the track that we're going into, testing a little bit and seeing what kind of times we can get going into the week. And then we'll talk about how we did last week and how our times improved or not. This upcoming week is Spa, and we're going to focus on the TCRs this season. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to get you a little lap here, and then we'll talk about how we got our time that we got. And yeah, here you go.
Sector 1 is quick. Just done 235.82. Sector 3 times okay.
Let's go through the lap here and see what we need to see. All kind of starts here, setting up turn 1, and let's go through. Where's my braking point here? Ooh, way before that. Start braking. Oh. I normally, with the GT3s, would use this dirt here kind of as a braking point, and I think I'm about halfway through it. The 150 marker's there, and we start hitting our brakes for the bus stop. Get up to about... I'm pretty heavy on them. 90% I'd say. Around where this, about halfway through this dirt patch, it seems like. And then just kind of want to trail brake through there, hit the gas a little bit through the halfway through the bus stop, and then you just get on the brakes a little bit to get the turn in for the second part. I didn't have the best exit there that I ever had, but it wasn't that much slower than some of my better ones. as far as where our breaking point, getting out of La Source quickly is pretty key to how you're going to end up in the Kemmel Strait. So I think I try to hit my brakes around the 100 marker. Let's see where the car actually is here. We're a little bit past it, it looks like, but I again hit them pretty heavy. I do have the regular. Ooh, yeah, we are pretty far back. I do have the brake set at the default brake bias. I think you can probably get a little quicker if you turn it down. Like 55, 60, somewhere in there. But I haven't quite played with the TCR recently enough to be able to utilize that properly, so we're just going with the default braking. And yeah, just past the 100 marker looks like where I'm hitting, and getting to about 80% or so on the brakes. And get back to the cockpit here, turning in pretty sharp, trying to get as close as I can to that this barrier here without hitting it. I don't have triples, so my depth perception on my sides isn't all that great. We're just kind of carrying there, and like I said, want to get on the power and be accelerating pretty quickly out of there. Yeah, as soon as we can get on the power, right as you hit the apex, trying to get on it, and that's gonna help getting through, keeping your speed up for La Source or Eau Rouge, and then the Kemmel Strait there afterwards. One thing you have to watch out, or I noticed in my testing here in a couple races, you have to keep your outside tires on this side of the white line. Otherwise, you'll get it's not a slowdown, but you will get a incident point there. And then just trying to keep the wheel as straight as possible through here. That's one thing I think I tend to understeer quite a bit, and I think there's definitely time to be had by using less steering input than I do, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. But yeah, just trying to kind of keep the car, hit the apexes and power through. I don't remember exactly, so we're hitting about 130 when we're getting onto the straight. This is my best run time going through here. I think we hit about, what, 138? Yeah, before we start braking again. I'm using the just kind of the maybe a little bit past this red curb here as my braking point. Yeah, that's where I start hitting it, and then I get pretty heavy, just trying to scrub my speed so I can get onto these corners here. This time I think I went through Lacombe okay here, but I've screwed it up before. Yeah, just kind of getting it down to trail braking, put a little bit of trail braking on there. Don't want to go all the way out here because you need to get back over to this side of the course really quick so you can get as much speed as you can through here. I just lift a little bit to make sure I don't go too far over. Now, through No Name here, I had been trying fourth gear, but third seems to be where it's at. Starting my braking here, I hit probably my peak right there, and then we're just gonna kind of let off a little bit, trail brake through, and then kind of get back on it and fluctuate the throttle just to kind of keep where we're at. Again, I'm using a bit too much on the steering angle. Let me get back on over here. Just want to barely touch the brakes to get a little turn in going before you get back on it and accelerate out of the corner there. Now Puan, I still haven't really figured out where my braking point ought to be. I've done it probably different every time I've gone through it. Braking pretty hard but not for very long seems to be my best way so far. Just kind of coast through a little bit. It's not really coasting in this car, it doesn't have a clutch, but then I just powered through. Probably too much steering angle, but it worked out. This one, the braking point's kind of weird. Like, there's the shadow, but you can't rely on shadows, so I'm trying to just go off the curbing here, and just a little bit ahead of that curbing is where I'm hitting my braking point. And just trail through there. Get on the gas again. Fluctuate, feather the throttle as needed to kind of get to that corner there. Again, I'm probably using way too much steering. You probably don't want to get to 90 degrees steering, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Braking point here. I tend to use the red curbs, I guess. Letting off there. This you can take flat out, but you want to make sure you're not hitting this curb. If you hit this curb, you're gonna wash out and get a off track up there. We'll see how close we actually got to it. Yeah, you want to get right up next to it. You probably could have gotten a little closer there. As long as you keep your inside wheels on the inside of the track there, you're fine. You can take this whole thing flat out. Once your car's warmed up, I've had a little trouble. I've had a little trouble here on cold tires. Need a little bit of a lift if you want to keep it safe. But yeah, you can take this flat out as long as you get it lined up right. Might need to understeer a little bit there, but we did it. And then again, we're hitting our brakes pretty heavy, right up about here. So get the car slowed down, kind of trail a little bit. Could have gone better through the bus stop here. Could have gone worse. So, and just again, just dab the brakes to get turned on the last corner and power on out, and there we have it. Our best time was a 2:35.820. Pretty proud of that, considering we started out 2:37s, high 2:37s was the best time going into it. So I'm pretty stoked with that. So like I said, we're gonna focus on the tracks that we're going into. I don't have anything to report from last week since this is the first week of the season, but in future episodes, this is where we'll talk about how things went in the previous week. But yeah, if you want to see how things develop, if we can get better times, if this is enough to keep us placing well in races, hit the subscribe button. Head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman to watch how it develops live. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Have a good one.